Hey everybody, Denny right here, coming to you live with another audio reaction. And this, in our Metallica series, we'll be starting today with, you guessed it, Metallica's Black Album. The first track, Enter Sandman. But before we begin, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as comment. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. No copyright infringement is intended. All rights belong to their respective owners. That's right, folks. Support the artists. Here we go. I have to admit, you have to love the kind of melody into it that it begins, and then it builds on up, and then it goes bam. They really hit the tempo with it. Go ahead and open up a concert. Well, you can already see the established theme on this track is, of course, nightmares and stuff like that. Originally, this track was written about crib death, which, of course, Lars Ulrich, the drummer, talked to James about it and was like, this is too morbid, change the lyrics up. I'm glad they did. How about you? Mm. Yeah, it's definitely from a lyrical perspective, really exploring the landscape of nightmares, creatures, scenarios, and things of that nature. And of course, the father with the son telling him a prayer about, you know, having a soul for the Lord to take. When you're younger, stuff like that means something to you. You have to stop right there because, you know, go back to what I was saying earlier. You know, the father, of course, teaching his son to pray and stuff like that, not to be afraid of the dark or whatever. You know, under your bed or in your head when you're a young child. I don't know about y'all, but when I was 6 years old, my imagination went off the page. It still does, actually. The truth be told. You know, that's just being honest. I've always had an imagination. But anyway, well, what a way to open up a classic album. Although I have to be honest about something. You know, they were listening to it and stuff like that instead of actually watching it. Those of you who've seen the video to it, that was directed by Wayne Isham, I believe is his name is pronounced. You see that last part of the big rig and stuff? Me personally, I think that if they had a monster truck, particularly one that's got green flames on the front with red headlights, wink wink, in that video, that would have been cooler. But that's just me. But this song is significant because it opens up the album in a broader sense. You know, you hear how the mixing and everything's very different. It's got more punch to it than Justice did. You know, it's thicker sounding. You know, so this was also their first collaboration with. This is their first collaboration with Bob Rock. That is very significant because he was known for, of course, you know, Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood and stuff like that. You know, the quote hair metal stuff. You know, and they were kind of like, at first, kind of like, But he made a statement to them that really got them fired up and going. He told them, "You never made an album of what you really sound like live." Now, back then, especially, they were like, "Oh, Oh, okay. Bring it on then. He lit a fire up under him, and I don't know if Bob should have done that back then. I mean, Bob, if you're watching, which you're probably not, but anyway, if you're watching, Bob, I mean, what I've understood, they give you a twitch in your eye, or was that just something that James just made up? I don't know. But in any event, folks, anyway, it started to go on a tangent there. Can't help myself. Is that you know, great song, great way to open up an album, a very different album than what they've been doing in the past. And this is where, of course, where the Justice introduced themselves to the mainstream. This exploded them into the mainstream conscious, of the youth at the time. You didn't even have to like metal music, but you like Metallica. So credit given due, they did something right, like them or not. Well, anyway, I can go on and on. But this is Friday night. Y'all got better things to do, I'm sure. I'll be having a good weekend, by the way. But hey, subscribe. Help a country boy out. Smash that like button. There's a comment section right there. You can leave your comments at. I'm just a country boy with a simple old laptop. An old one, too, like 7 years old. Well, not 7, around 6.5. Old enough, though, right? And I tell you what, folks, if y'all have some suggestions, put them in the comments section. I'll read them. But hey, like I say, subscribe, smash that like button, leave comments in the comments section. Help me on out here, folks. Well, anyway, this is Denny Vaughan. Y'all have a good Friday night.